I have gone through two full renditions fucking video, and yeah, I haven't gotten it fucking. So just start from scratch again and hope something happens. It's currently 6:42 a.m. and I'm just happy, sad, angry, gay, and at all the same time. So let's talk about some stuff, right? First of all, I want to confirm that the post I made about me not being part of the fucking project anymore is true. Yeah, I'm taking my fucking name though. You ain't gonna use fucking Project Supernova for my fucking name when I'm the fucking guy who started it. So yeah, it's just renamed Sonic Rewritten now. But yeah. Now, I have plans, right? Plans that I will share because I'm not scared anymore. Right? So, I have, a lot of scrapped ideas from that old project. Because a certain motherfucker who I'm not going to name for privacy reasons. Because let's face it, I may hate the guy, but honestly, he's like the least hateable guy out of the people I've talked about in my life. So, I'm just going to pay, respect his wishes and not, tell anybody, who I'm talking about, but like, I just, it was insufferable working there, but yeah, it's, what was I talking about? Alright, so, I checked out the recording. So yeah, there's a lot of ideas that were scrapped in favor of just retelling the entirety of Sonic Adventure over again, which, let's face it, doesn't even need retelling, Why bother making a thing called Sonic Rewritten if you're not gonna rewrite the fucking thing? Yeah, we got a script, but like, what good is it if it's just retelling at this point it should be called fucking Sonic Retold. Like, there's a lot of stuff, but it's just not there. And, a lot of this, it's still pretty much unfinished. It's not canceled by any means, but am I going to be, the main guy on it? Nope. I lost control of it the day I decided to give that motherfucker control of the project. Mind you, as long as he doesn't comment under this video, none of you will know who I'm talking about. So, we should all be good on that one, right? So I'm starting my own goddamn project. And one that, is how I was, fucking envisioning it. Sorry if I seem aggressive, Project Supernova Deluxe, or DX, or Director's Cut, whichever name I'm gonna go for. I think just DX would be fine. It's gonna have a brand new story. We're gonna start it as Sonic Adventure 2, because fuck Sonic Adventure 1. Good story, it's just too much there. And, it doesn't really need rewriting anyway. Just play Sonic Adventure, watch someone play it. YouTube's free, unfortunately. Yeah. But, this project, will need artists, right? That was the main issue, is that one guy, it was only going to be one guy making all the art, which is also the same guy I have problems with. We'll need artists for, the comic series, and voice actors for when we do comic dubs of the series. And, maybe music composers. I don't really know about that end, but like, depending on how well this is received, we might have music composers. Now, I want to stress enough that the project will not be be completely initiated until somewhere around November. Because I'm still not in the mental headspace to run a project completely. And also, the Discord server hasn't been fully made yet. I'm still working on that. It's not going to be a public Discord server by any means. No, 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 no. Fuck that. I don't want it to be too bloated, You're either in there to, voice act and make art, or you're just not there. Mind you, if you decide you don't want to be a part of the project, let us know. Yeah, if communication was, a thing we lacked. I want to stress this enough that we don't want minors to be working on the project. All right? No minors. I don't care if you're 13 and you make the fucking Mona Lisa, or you sound exactly like Roger Craig Smith, or any of the other, voice actors. You're not gonna be a part of it. I know that sounds harsh, but it's gonna be a very mature project, and by mature I mean swearing, like blood and shit. Not mature in the sense of a Johnny Utah, where as funny as he is, it was sex joke, and possibly sex. Why am I throwing shade at Johnny Utah? Tankman was a great series, and he's still an incredible voice actor. No hate to him. Just basically, we're not gonna go too far. You might see someone get evaporated, but you won't see Cream the Rabbit get shot in the back of the head with a fucking double-barrel shotgun. If that makes any sense. We're not gonna go to that level of mature. You'll see someone get fucking evaporated, but that's gonna be mostly the extent of it. And if if the comic series does well, we might animate it. Who knows? If you've gotten this far, and if you're listening at all, because you just have this in the background or something, you'll have to work for free. Now, I want to stress that it won't be entirely for free. When I get a job, I will pay you out of my own pockets. So, if paying you makes you go faster, then go as slow as you want. I'm mostly doing this by myself. But yeah, if you're of age and you want to be a part of the project, I'll make a part 2 to this video, letting people know that, hey, auditions are in. On the artist end, you don't really need to be an expert painter. Even a guy who just makes stick figures would be good. If you lie about your age at all, though, and you get us fucked over, you will be crucified, right? Let me pull the Spampton crucifixion fucking picture real quick. You see that? That's what you'll be like. Wait, no, that's Ralsei. What the fuck? But yeah, you get the gist of it. Be 18 or older. You could be a fucking 100-year-old man, and I would not care, so long as you're willing to be a part of the project. You cannot be anything below. And if you decide to join just as you're turning 18, that will look weird, so we will wait a few weeks to get back to you on anything. Let's face it, if you're waiting until you turn 18 and you join right at fucking 12 a.m., that's just weird, right? Sorry for not posting anything in a while. Had to get that out of the way. But yeah, if you're a somewhat decent artist, at all, just comment, I guess. unless you're not 18 or 19 or God forbid 24. Yeah, and if you're a person wanting to voice act in this, future project, just be 18 and up. I don't know how you could be and up at the same time as being 18, but you figure that one out yourself, But yeah, I have plans for this project. Plans that will not be, shown until I trust you enough. Oh yeah, lore writers too. People to, like, keep me from, like, going too crazy, but at the same time keep me from being boring as shit. So if you wrote Sonic fan fiction, and you can join. If you wrote fucking Sonato fan fiction, just come over here. I bet you have a lot more storytelling skills than you think you do. Believe me, I'm willing to bring fanfic writers. Well, there's none of that weird shit, though. Believe me, if you wrote some weird shit, alright? And I'm not gonna say the weird shit. Because, that'd be weird itself. But if you wrote some weird shit, I'm coming after your ass. Of course, Sonato isn't really that weird. It's just gay people. And, we love gay people here. I might be gay. I don't really know. Haven't been able to experiment with that. But I like men. Anyway. Part 2 coming in November. Have fun with the wait, I guess. And yeah, thank you all for supporting me through these trying times. And yeah, see you either when I make another video or make a part 2 to this in November. So have fun. Whoa.